So before we continue on with the levels, it's time for a minigame!
Did we tell me minigame earlier? I thought you were talking about Cake Boy. This is way better.
I might show off the actual gameplay of Cake Boy in the bonus video, but yeah.
Did we do Cake Boy? I don't remember.
Back in the second video for this, I did do Cake Boy, but I used the cheat, remember?
Oh, right, okay, I remember now. That's probably for the best. That's why it's there, so you don't have to play Cake Boy.
Yeah. Anthony Query, what's that a pun of?
Of Query.
Huh. So the Anthony part is just a name?
I don't know. Probably. I didn't name this character. I didn't make this character.
Ah.
I did animate this character.
And if you fail, you will lose your soul.
Anthony was one of the submitted characters.
I see. And, well,
you messed it up.
Yeah.
What's your name? Yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy one. And this is also an easy one. No, I wasn't using a guide. And this one always gets me. What is it? Earth?
It's not Earth. Question, I can't remember anymore.
It seems like it might be Earthshaker because I tried Earthbreaker. Since I tried Earthshaker and Earthquaker, they didn't work, and it can't be Earthtaker.
Or could it? I don't remember. If you press F1, it'll tell you.
Oh dear.
Oh, you did. You didn't do it.
Yeah. Let's try that again.
There goes your soul.
Yep. Looks very painful when that happens. And I don't know why I took a headache, true that. I don't know why I took a long time on some of these questions. But I can guarantee you, I was not using a guide, and this will prove it.
Is there even? I don't even think there is a guide for this yet.
Ah.
No one's got around doing it yet.
I might consider at some point, if I can get myself to do it. Which I probably won't.
There's only 20 questions, I believe. He just picks randomly from a pool of 20 questions. That's it. Not guaranteed to get the same questions every time.
And last question. Thankfully, I've talked to the townsfolk, so I know that one. I wonder what happens if you...
10, that's not bad.
Yeah, I wonder what happens if you fail the last question, but that was like your first or second failure.
You fail the last question, and you're still at 8 out of 10, or whatever, you'd still pass.
And now let's see if I was smart enough to edit out the... Oh no, wait, I just went straight for the EX level. For once, there's not a video transition, we just go straight into it.
This is, out of the 4 EX levels, this is probably my second favorite.
And I can tell why. It's also the one with that crazy skip that you're not brave enough to do, right?
Yeah, I don't know how people can. Well, actually, I know how they do it.
Yeah, lots of damage boosting, and as such, it's impossible in Berserk Race mode because limited health and double damage. Yeah.
I understand the boost on the second part. I do that too when I play, but the first part where they kind of just float under the sea. I understand how they do it, but get the rhythm down. Like, they would just skip here. They don't even need the platform.
Yeah. I don't want...
It's impressive.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to ever try that, though. Seems a bit too risky. For the untrained.
Yeah, like, the speedruns that people put out in this game, they're amazing.
I do not like that particular jump.
Games. Yeah, that one's. I think I nerfed it a bit in 2.0 when 2.0 comes out.
Huh.
I know people get kind of up in arms nerf the levels, but
Oh, hi, Gorgon, and good job, me. I have a question about that. Gee, I wonder why she questioned our identity. Oh, hi.
so this is Chibeara. He's the final boss of Ice Demon. Another game on the.
Ooh, and what kind of game was it? Was it a shmup or?
It's a beat 'em up. It's basically actually I did take some inspiration from Ice Demon when I made this game. And actually the person who made Ice Demon, Bob, he was one of the he helped me playtest this game.
Huh.
And a lot of things in the game now were his idea.
I see.
For example, your regular punch is actually a lot slower. Yeah, that let you cancel out the cooldown animation so you can punch again right away. And that's why she has the rapid fire punching.
That's kind of like in Sonic R canceling the. Well, there's a trick in Sonic R where you can boost with Amy off of a cliff, and that causes the cooldown timer to start even while the boost is still going. And is it like that? Like rapid stuff?
That one sounds more like a glitch. But he just suggested things to help the game flow better.
Gotcha.
I don't remember everything that he suggested, but a lot of it was helpful and it made the game what it is today.
So now we're in the pirate ship levels, which are the equivalent to the fortress levels. And as such, I must ask the integral interview questions. Are you ready?
Lay it on me. I am ready.
Favorite food?
Favorite food?
Favorite food.
Oh my gosh. Burgers.
Favorite... What was... Okay, there's two more. Favorite TV show?
I have not watched TV, like, I haven't sat down and watched TV for years.
Are you kidding me? There was something...
I
I made a blooper with this. Darn it. I thought I edited that out.
Well, I guess we get to see it again.
Yeah, you know what? Forget it. Let's just continue on. Favorite movie?
Ooh, that's easy. Either Speed Racer or the Super Mario Brothers.
The Super Mario Brothers movie? I actually haven't seen that.
Absolutely cinematic masterpiece.
I can't judge it because I haven't seen it.
A lot of people talk smack about it because it's definitely not what you'd expect the game it to be like based on the games. But I just thought it was a great take on Mario. And if you pay attention, like if you do watch it, sit down and just see the little details that they had a good handle on the Mario lore when they did it.
Mario lore.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Miyamoto...
Like the names of the enemies and stuff.
Ah. Meanwhile...
They actually have a lot of characters and places in that movie that are named after real Mario enemies, and it's cool.
Yeah, and I did a good job trying to... The Fire Mage is one of the more annoying ones, I think.
She was the first one I programmed, and I think she might be one of the tougher ones. Maybe her and Wind are the two. Tough.
And then there's these enemies, which actually I really like. They can break through your treasure box with that jump slash that looks like a funnel cutter. And
Yeah,
they counterattack.
Their weakness is actually the saucy shot. Even when they're countering, if you hit them with the saucy shot, it'll one-hit kill them.
Huh. I imagine, though, that's a
actually have
speedrunner's
4 HP.
nightmare. Since the sausage...
If you take advantage of the strong punch, you can hold the charge for a while, and if you know where they're coming, you just let go of the charge.
Huh.
Those blue Potawatomi guys that bounce around, they're also only weak to the saucy shot. So the saucy shot does have it can take care of. So some other strength aside from range.
Yeah, I can see that. And the treasure box gets used.
Yeah, treasure box is great. That one doesn't even need weakness enemies. It's just all around good.
Yep. That makes me wonder how broken the game would be if you added boss weaknesses.
They're already weak to the dash.
Yeah, fair enough. And turnaround uppercut, the tech that will get you killed.
I'm not even sure if boss weaknesses will even be a thing in the sequel.
About that. Well, I'll ask later, actually. And it's the return of the ghosts.
I love these guys.
This hallway can get pretty challenging.
It was funny because it was actually like the easiest part of the stage before because it didn't have these fire guys. And my friend was playtesting and he's like, "This is too easy. Make it harder because the next part's hard." And the part before I added these fire guys, and now it's the worst part.
Yeah. And thank God for Harpy Wing. I have no idea how I made that.
I have no idea how you made that.
And if the game designer has no idea how something happens, then we've got an issue.
You got a miracle, that's what you got.
Yeah. There's some things that just can't be explained.
At least this witch has the decent healer with the wind.
Oh god, I don't think I've ever seen that. Well, obviously I have seen that tornado before, but I never actually noticed it until now. It's gotta be... Does that actually hurt you, or...?
The tornado attack? Yeah, that's the projectile. No.
Yeesh!
I think you can treasure box through it too, but I can't remember.
And... I fail.
It's okay. Goodbye, fairy.
But since there's an item there, rather than just beating the level and coming back through it... Yeah.
Did I take one from the team?
And again.
Oh, there you go again. In my defense, she does warn you that it's coming.
Yeah, I just didn't condition myself properly for it is all. So that's on me. Even when you've beaten the game and when you know it inside out, well, mostly. I don't know this game as well as certain others, but given I have 100%ed it before this playthrough, I know it pretty well. Even when that happens though, mistakes are common.
Yeah, it happens. Still, you're doing pretty good.
Until I encounter the final cutter guys.
Gotta remember that shot. So I guess I didn't tell you what these shots after I recorded this, so the past you had no idea.
Yeah. I actually didn't know that they counter your attacks until I started recording for this playthrough.
Yeah, when they're flashing and you attack them, instead of taking damage, they'll just immediately go into their final cutter.
It seems like needles are my worst enemy in this game, and I'm very glad, thus, that you didn't make them instant death.
Yeah, that would just be stupid.
Yeah, especially not Mega Man 1, Sonic 1, and Mighty No. 9 style instant death, where it breaks even through Mercy Invincibility.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of instant death traps. In War Girl, actually, I made it so even if you fall down a pit, it's not a death, you just go back to the beginning of the screen you're on.
Huh.
So, that way I can abuse pits and not make it so hard.
Yeah, that makes sense. And yet somehow in this game I still managed to fall into every pit possible.
Well, at least that won't be a problem. There's probably going to be a thing in Khimera too as well. If you fall into a pit, it won't be an instant death.
Huh. Well, I will say this, don't make it too... Yeah. Don't make Khimera 2 too easy, and that breaks through the treasure box as well.
Yes, she has... the only enemy in the game that regularly does 2 damage with everything, and can break through treasure boxes.
This is a very... DJ Doroko is a very fun boss. I do hope that she returns in the sequel.
She might. She's, I think, probably the least popular.
Well, I like her.
One so far hasn't gotten any fan art. Not that I know of anyways, but I've been checking.
I actually haven't found any
There's
Khimera
little
fan
bit
art.
she has. There's a bunch on the Steam community, and then Tumblr, DeviantArt, Twitter. It's
I'll
not
have to do
plentiful, but
research.
it's there.
I'll have to do research then.
Gotta watch out, there's some loots.
Noted.
You've been warned. Ah, just a B.
I'll worry about ranks later on.
Still not bad though.
Yeah, not bad. But I missed a fairy. And I will cover that next video.